Hello there, only one Kenobi, only one. It's time to open Anakin and get him loose, just like all this. And, you know, like if you saw my other video, my previous video when I reviewed this, I sort of introduced, it's not a series as such, but because I've already covered all the vintage collection in a series called the Quick Shots, there's certain things that are coming back out, which I wasn't going to touch them, but I figured that I want them, and I want to do some comparisons as well. Like, this guy is a really good improvement. And with him, I, never really thought, I bought him again to have carded to go with my unpunched one, the original one. And the condition, actually, of just getting this out of the star case, you realise how bad the conditions are. But he used to go for a lot of money, but he's all right, I suppose. But I figured out that I do have a space for him right there. So I fancied having him loose to go with that Padme. If you're suffering like I am, please tell me. that god-awful scene. It's alright, I suppose, but still. I like the Attack of the Clones, but there was a few scenes that were just, I don't know what to say really, a little bit cheesecore. Still, this is interesting, this Anakin here. I'm going to do a side-by-side and then I'm going to get him open. But firstly, as you saw, actually, you might have seen, on the back, you did get these history lessons. There's the original Anakin, and it's funny that back when I think I was probably about 22, I'd moved to London and I was in Hamleys and I ended up buying that figure. Not that one, but this one here, so I opened it. Only because I just wanted to get it. I was a big fan of the the Phantom Menace line from 1999. They were great figures. Some of them were fantastic. The wall up here, like the detail of them was great. And the colouring and the facial sculpts were fantastic. Look at this guy here. Not him, he's a vintage collection, but these two, they were really good. So there's some fantastic examples of some characters there. Anyway, articulation was limited, but still, there was more than 5 POA going on, but still. The Anakin figure here, I remember buying it, and just for the sake of buying it really, and this was a nightmare, because it's just not very good, is it? The telescopic lights, sorry about the focus, the lightsaber's terrible. I think I bought it because I just wanted to buy an Anakin Skywalker. It was like, you've seen the Attack of the Clones, and it was the first time I saw merch swinging on the pegs, so I got it, but it's not stood the test of time. This is one that has been relegated. If you know me, I like to keep as much as I can and have it all on the shelf one way or another, even if I've got something stuck in the back. I know that I'm not wasting anything. I hate the idea of having stuff tucked away. So that one unfortunately doesn't exist in my collection anymore. Here he is. I have this only because of the fact that I bought a job lot on eBay. It was going cheap. Someone was selling loads of these, and I ended up getting about 8 of them for a decent price, and it included this Anakin. So I thought I'd buy it for nostalgia purposes, because obviously when I was in Hamleys that day, I would have bought the figure looking like that. Anyway, moving on to the present. So here he is. I'll give you a side-by-side in the bubbles. And I never really thought that this Anakin on the right-hand side, let's start with him first, because he was the previous release, looked very much like him. And actually, I'm going to pan to the new one in a minute. The new one doesn't especially look like him either. I think it looks maybe a little bit more like him. The texture of the cloth is better. That one looks like it would go ragged, that one there. But god damn it, this is the best Anakin. That one. From Attack of the Clones anyway. And that was in the god-awful orange card black series, which all of those figures could and should have been vintage collection. That's goes without saying. But yeah. They've still gone with obviously some kind of a remold of the old mold, if that makes sense. They've, they're both figures similar features, except they've obviously fine-tuned the tiny the details, like the eye and the nose or whatever. I don't know. Still, what I'm looking forward to doing is getting him out, obviously, and then I will I'll be taking that poncho off, I think, because although I wanted to kind of recreate the dinner scene, since I have that figure of Padme and she's wearing her evening wear. And then he'd go nicely like this. Let me have a look. See this figure? That was a hard goods poncho. I used to display that like that. With the Padme figure, him stood behind. It's quite a nice outfit he's wearing there. He doesn't really look like a peasant, really, does he? He looks like quite a well-to-do young man. Peasant disguise. Interesting. Let's make sure I'm opening the right one. I don't want to be opening my unpunched one. It's interesting. I got this secondary market, you see, when the vintage collection had ended. And looking at this, it's interesting, because I never get them out of the star cases anymore. The quality of this and what it would get graded, because I was just happy to get this. This was an eBay win back in 2016, maybe. And someone's punched that out. It's been put back in, you can tell that. And it's a little bit wavy. Wavy gravy. Look at that, there's also a bit of a nick there, can you see? Look at that. But that doesn't matter. Whatever. I don't know what the value will be as well of that now, given that he's come back out, but still, let's get him open. Let's do it. I'm thinking about recarding. Let's try it. See, will he fit in? He's so damn wide, I don't think he will. This guy in here? No. You ain't going in there. No. Just see if I can do something about that. Nah, he ain't gonna fit in there. Fuck that. Anyway, that's quite interesting, I suppose. Anyway, whatever. There he is. Nice. That hilt, fantastic. It's a good job I opened this. Look at this. Look at that. The other one, does he have it? It's suggested. Now, if you know what I'm on about here, I'm talking about his first hilt. I'm a big fan of Anakin's hilt in Attack of the Clones because it's massively echoes of Darth Vader's hilt. Because obviously he had that. You know what happened to that. Obi-Wan's gonna kill me. It got destroyed. And then he made another one, but that isn't like the New Hope hilt. That's his second lightsaber, which is the hilt we know and love, of course. It's my favourite lightsaber ever, that one. But this is cool just because it's an Anakin design, isn't it? Anakin Skywalker, who is Darth Vader. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that, you didn't know that. I quite like it, actually. That is quite nice. It does suggest Hayden Christensen, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You know, we can nitpick here and there, but I think they've improved that. I can see that they have. This one is a little bit too pouty. He reminds me of, I can't put my finger on it who he looks like. He looks like that guy from Beverly Hills 90210. The younger lad. Going back a few years there, but still. And here's the hilt, the unlit hilt. Fantastic. Which, to be honest with you, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Is this a figure hack or nah? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put that hilt on his belt, and this lightsaber, I'm going to put in the hands of that Anakin right there. Because that Anakin there is holding saber number 2, aka Luke's saber, which is wrong. If you want to go for accuracy, you've got to put that saber in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's good. Because it is silly to put a saber on a hilt on someone's belt, and then also put it in his hand, because Anakin didn't have 2 sabers, did he? The only person who had 2 sabers, I've said this before, was Sarge Ventress. Anyway, I am not seeing a peg. Oh yeah, there is one. Let's put that there. Jesus, does that even fit in? There you go. Well, it's a waste of time because with the poncho on, you're not going to see it. Which is not intended anyway. He's supposed to be disguised, isn't he, in the movie? Not going to want to advertise to the world that he's a Jedi. Shame about the fact that he hasn't got They haven't improved him. They've not given him ball jointed hips there. But oh well. You could just have him stood like this. If you're suffering the way I am, please tell me. Excuse me, I'm in charge of security here, my lady. But this is my home, I know it very well. I think it would be wise of you to respect my judgment on this matter. Sorry, my lady. He says that through gritted teeth, doesn't he? Look at that. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put him on the display. Follow me. Let's get him in there. Just want to see what he's like next to her. That's quite nice. I'm telling a story. I have all my figures in chronological order, if you didn't know that. And there I'm just... Love or hate the romance between these two, which it didn't exist. I mean, the acting. There you go now. I'll give you a closer look. You know, love or hate the acting, the dialogue could have maybe been a bit better, the delivery, but I like the Attack of the Clones. But this figure on this new Anakin does not work well with this one here now, without the poncho anyway. Dinnerware. And you can obviously have the Peasant Anakin to go with the Peasant Padme. But I like this figure of Padme, is really good. 30th anniversary, by the way. But man, do you know what I did? Let me just get the camera mounted. Do you know what I did, though? She came with a glass. And old Muggins here chucked it away. I didn't realise she came with a glass. So I remember opening her and thinking it was just a figure, and I chucked it away. There was a glass in there. Damn it, I hate it when that happens. Someone in my comments was telling me the other day that they had unwittingly thrown away something. I'm sure people have been doing that with the new Tantive 4, you know. You've got to be careful. The Tantive 4's got some extra bits in it. But the peg holes come in a little paper bag that's the same colour as the packaging. But anyway, there you are. There's Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen. There you go. Watch him spin. Does the job, doesn't it? Gentleman Annie. Anyway, I've been Only One Kenobi. I'll be doing another one of these videos very soon, so do subscribe and hit the notification bell. Tap a like on this video as well if you've enjoyed it. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.